gave you 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Bro, it's not about that. Like, if I gotta go on the floor and I can't be myself, then like, what the fuck am I on the floor for? Now I'm liable to get even more hurt. It was a dumb take.
Have Stephen A. Smith played any professional sports?
Hell no.
Exactly. So he shouldn't even be speaking on what y'all gotta go through every day to put y'all.
I don't like some comments that Paul George and his podcast co-host have made ticked off Stephen A. Smith.
I will say this, I've been loving these athlete podcasts. I'm definitely going to start reacting to them a lot on this channel. I love sports. I love basketball. I love football. So, like, I definitely be liking the energy that they give. And here's the fun part about it. Most of y'all athletes are communication majors anyway. Keep in mind, most of them got to go to college at least 1 year or two to get into the league, right? Most of them already have their degree in media. That's why it's like, it's funny because people who, it's so easy for them because we care about their opinion more. We care about, I would rather hear about the experience from a Gilbert Arenas than a Stephen A. Smith about what it's like to be in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, you've been on the court, you've been there, you've been where we're trying to hear about. I'm going to take it from the source. So these Chris Paul, who else got one right now? Paul George. Got the Paul George podcast. E-Man Shumpert, I love him on the, what's it called? Not Undisputed, Uninterrupted. I love him on those podcasts, man. So yeah.
Stephen A. Smith went on his podcast and he had to address what Paul George and his co-host had to say about him. But before I highlight that in today's video, so let's check out that clip first, guys. Here's a video.
Stephen A. talk about he could have, like, Kawhi could have gave you 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Bro, it's not about that. Like, if I got to go on the floor and I can't be myself, then, like, what the fuck am I on the floor for?
I'm 100%. I agree. If you cannot step on that court 100%, do not put yourself out there. And you're never going to be 100%. You'll never... Shut up. You know the difference between being hurt and injured. And it don't make sense. I'm a jumper. I'm an athlete. If I can go out and beat 80% of my competition because I'm just better than them, that doesn't mean I'm going to go out and do it. Why? Because you got nationals, you got sectionals, you got a state, whatever it is, whether it's high school, college, there's bigger competition to come later, and you need to be ready for that. Because your little 80% ain't going to get the job done. Now, your little 80%, and you liable to drop even further. It's just the state of the matter is telling people and athletes, like, you got people that want to come see you. Okay, and they see the injury report. They know I ain't going to be at this game. Shoot, like, I'm hurt. I don't got no problem with what he's saying.
Really understand, like,
Which y'all go
you
through.
try to play through injuries. That's the goal. If you can play through it, you're going to play through it. If you can't, there's a reason why. Like nobody wants to sit out for no reason.
Okay, so that's the clip of Paul George talking about Stephen A. Smith. Remember, Stephen A. Smith was facing some backlash around that time when he made some comments about Kawhi Leonard. I guess people took his comments a little too harsh because Kawhi Leonard didn't play through an injury, and the Clippers got bounced out the first round. And, it was just a lot of drama surrounding that, and Stephen A. Smith, the ESPN, of course, they had covered the topic, and Stephen A. Smith.
The Stephen A. talking. I'd rather have Kyrie Irving than Kawhi Leonard. I must be smoking crack, right? Well, let me help you out. Kyrie might do something that'll make the wrong headlines. But come playoff time, you got to see him get hurt for him not to be available. And I'm not questioning the legitimacy of Kawhi's injury. I'm saying his injuries coupled with low management. Kawhi Leonard's walking off the court. He looks just fine. He just dropped 31, and then we get news he gonna miss the game. You load managed all year. You missed the entire freaking season in 2021, 2022. You had the whole damn year. You're getting all the money to get all the necessary medical treatment, all the technology in the world available to you. You practice when you want. You travel when you want. You eat when and what you want. Every damn thing is available to Kawhi Leonard. And what they get in return is sporadic commitment. Kawhi.
Sheesh, that's he tearing into my boy Kawhi. Now listen. I think all that, the injury is a big thing. Injury is a very, very, very big thing and whatnot. And promise you, I guarantee you, chat, other than Nikola Jokic, maybe a few others, I don't see a lot of people being the best in the league, train their whole life to get to the league. You could say, yeah, he got a ring, so he don't really care about it that much. Ball is life. Ball is life. That's why you see people after they retire, what do? They go, even if they don't need it, they go pick up another job or whatnot, just to have a reason, just to have purpose. You mean to tell me watching my favorite game, for most, I say most people in the NBA, I ain't saying it's all of them, but for most people in the NBA, especially I would say work hard like this, like Kawhi Leonard, he's not the GOAT. I don't know who he's saying he's the GOAT. And every year but that's the consequences. Every year that he's not injured, every year that he's injured, it lowers his stances on his greatness. Time is ticking, buddy. Time is ticking. I'm 100% sure he feels that, and he knows that. He's aware of that. So when I hear people say like you walked off the court and you don't know what somebody done pushed through. They probably pushed through it that game. And then once that adrenaline wears off, people don't understand that. Like, you in game, you in crunch time, you feel something pop. That adrenaline though, you can ignore it. Adrenaline is a crazy drug. I'm surprised they ain't selling this on the streets. And then as soon as you go back into that locker room and start cramping up, oh my goodness, it will take you out. So like, we don't know what he done pushed through or how many games he done pushed through it. I think that's an L tape. Stephen A. That's an L tape.
Kawhi Leonard should be on the list of one of the worst superstars this game has ever seen. That's right, I said it. We know that as a talent, he's a superstar. But when you talk about a superstar that is unreliable, I want somebody to point me out somebody more flagrant than him. You're load managing him all through the season. He takes every perk imaginable. We know that the injuries are legitimate. They're not fake. We got that. Every time I look at Ty Lue and I see Ty Lue's face, the first thought that comes to my mind is, what the hell is wrong with Kawhi Leonard?
That's a good question. What superstar currently is worse? What superstar is currently worse than Kawhi Leonard? Looking at stats, looking at usage. But I mean, if you're looking at statistics too, like, one thing I've heard about the Clippers is like they are all rallying around Kawhi too. Though. Like they are all listening to Kawhi. Like they are ready. Like as great as Paul George is, and even as Westbrook is coming to the mix and he's being like a floor general and everything, it's still Kawhi's team. It's still Kawhi's team, and you know it's Kawhi's team because they all talk about Kawhi as when he gets back, we're gonna be here and we're gonna be ready for him. Now, it is the Clippers organization, and we can always bank, and it's also out of the odds of 1 to 32, at the very least. At the very least. There's 32 teams. The odds that they win the playoffs is 1 out of 32, bare minimum. That being said, I think it's also going to be hard because when he comes back, you got to get that synergy again. Like it's a lot. He might be one of the worst superstars has the label superstar. Now, we can talk about the 2019 class that came in, where there's Ja, Zion, and all that. But they still got time to, like, mold out, and it could totally shift their legacy and everything like that. So, I'm not too worried about it, you know what I mean? Like, I think Kawhi's a great player. I'm not like a Kawhi fan. Like, I'm not following Kawhi wherever he go, whatever team he own, I'm supporting and loving. I'm like, I just respect him, bro. Like, it's like formidable opponent. Please scout report this man if he on the floor. So
yeah, man, with that being said,
do you really want me to sit here and talk about the Los Angeles Clippers? the perks and the treatment that folks have received and how the fans have been cut short. I could go there. Paul George, did you know that you're the 34th highest paid athlete in the world, according to Forbes magazine, for the year 2023? $51.5 million total. $9.3 million in endorsements. I could say I'm waiting for a championship, Paul George. That kind of money. Did you know that Kawhi Leonard is number 35 on the list last year? $50.5 million total. $8 million in endorsements the year 2023. If you combine your money with his money, that equates to $102 million in salary and $17 million in endorsement for a franchise that went the fuck home in the first round. Damn!
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of money. But that's bad negotiation, and I think that's the Clippers' fault, to be honest. I think there should be more built into your clause. That is more, to me, Clippers management and negotiation and whatnot. But I understand you trying to get them to come in and whatever else. Stop it with these deals, yo. Like, y'all all or nothing everything. All or nothing everything. Like, can we get some actual good negotiations? Like, bro, you don't play, you're making half. You are making half. We make enough money off your name alone, and then we're gonna make another half of what we're paying you for what you actually do. Right? Right? LeBron James gets hurt. I'm still rocking a LeBron James jersey. No ands, ifs, or buts. Still rocking the LeBron James jersey. But I won't be celebrating in the playoffs if the Lakers don't go because LeBron hurt. I agree with Stephen A on this. Stop paying these dudes for failure. Now, Paul George, I'm not too mad at Paul George because he's playing. Paul George is playing. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. And he's doing well. He's still doing well. He probably still top 10, 15 players in the NBA at this moment. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. But to make it just barely more than Kawhi and he's not playing, how much is Kawhi going to make when he is playing? But at the same time, I also think playing devil's advocate, stop counting these people's pockets. That's not why we're here. I don't as an NBA fan, I don't care at all what these athletes make. I do not care. I care about what you are bringing me and what you are not. That's all I do not care about what you making. Congratulations, you got a good agent. Congratulations, your agent can negotiate. Congratulations, you are highly valued. I don't care what you making. You making more than me. You're making more than me, Shawty. You making more than me. More money than I have seen in my whole entire life. You are making that this year. Now, one day, I hope to catch up with you and whatever else. But the way things are currently looking, it might take a while, with the check-ins and the savings, and then you got to move the savings over to the check-ins, and then you got the credit card over here, you know what I'm saying? But it don't make a difference to me if Kawhi is making 25 mil or 50 mil. It don't make a single difference to me. What kind of pockets for? Now, if I'm the organization or I'm a fan favorite of the organization, and I see all this money going out, and I'm like, what are we doing next year? And they're like, we ain't gonna have any capital. Now I got an issue with that as a fan, as a supporter, or as somebody that one of the boosters or whatever else the case may be. I got a problem with that. Ultimately, the general majority of people, fans or not fans, like, we don't care. We don't care. We got one of the greatest players in the league right now on our roster. If he is healthy, we are going to shine. That's it. Drive ticket sales just because he on the roster. How many people don't pay enough attention to know he out hurt, who's still going to go buy tickets just to go see Kawhi, not knowing he hurt? It don't matter. You still bringing in money just because you on the roster. That's me playing both sides of the fence, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Long was the one sitting beside Paul George that asked Paul George if I've ever played any professional sports. Jackie Long is also the person once Paul George said, hell no. I could sit up there and say, well, clearly y'all haven't done television, podcasting, radio, or whatever the case may be, at least not to the degree that I have, so what the hell do you have one for? But I won't. But
You just did. I'm so tired of hip hop. I'm gonna say what I want, but I'm not gonna go there. You just said it. You wouldn't. You might as well go there because we want to hear it.
Jackie Long, my brother, they describe you as a B-list actor.
Ooh.
I didn't know this about you. I'm an elite journalist. I'm an elite commentator. I'm a host of the #1 sports morning show that's been #1 for 11 and a half years and counting. That's one of the reasons why yo ass decided to talk about me. Gonna get some more clicks, ain't you? Continue. I elaborated on why Kawhi Leonard is a god-awful superstar. Notice I said superstar because I'm not questioning his greatness as a player. I call him a god-awful superstar, the worst superstar in the history of the NBA as far as I'm concerned. Because number one, I already highlighted the game's men. And number two, he does absolutely positively nothing to promote his team or the sport. And at least take time to market and promote a brand you represent so you can help facilitate them making money, then all you doing is taking money. If you ain't available when it counts. Who can't understand that? We suddenly don't know business with all the money you've made, Paul George? I'm going to continue, Paul George, because I have the notes right here. You've missed 119 of 308 regular season games. That's 38% due to injuries. In that time span, you've earned $148.2 million in your career. $57.3 million of those monies were for games missed. Is that good enough stat for you, baby? Kawhi Leonard, he's missed 147 of 308 regular season games. That's 48% due to injuries. Kawhi's earned $146.9 million in his career with the Clippers. About $70.8 million were for games he's missed. So, combining that 70 with the 57.3 million, the 70.8 million plus 57.3 million, that comes up to $121.1 million in salary paid to you both for missed games.
That's called a good negotiation, bro. Get you. Who that agent? I'll pay you whatever you want. Look. That's the agent I need. That agent got them contracts. Yo. 121 million. Oh my goodness. Shoot, let me make $1 million. You know what I call off? I miss one paycheck for one day and my bank account in the red. You know what I'm saying? Like making 120 mil hurt. I don't care. Shoot, do it. I need that lawyer. I need that agent. I'm telling you.
I don't see the Clipper fans getting any refunds because if I'm not allowed to talk basketball, that's why I'm upset that you said ask Paul George that question and then made that remark. That's crossing the line. That's not fair.
Yo, let me know what y'all guys think in the comments, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all think people should start getting on these podcasts while they ain't like I get like afterwards and you still want to have a platform to talk and whatnot, but do you think this affect the game on the court when you got podcasts like this and whatnot? He just roasted Jackie Long. I ain't gonna cap. He called him a B-list celebrity and he like, but that's why you need clicks and views, right? I respect Stephen A. Smith. He usually make good, valid points. And even if I don't agree with his points, they usually are backed with something I can like, I see where you coming from, though. You know what I'm saying? Is Stephen A. somebody you want on the wrong side of you? Because of your podcast, Paul George, you about to go play. You think Stephen A. go... What's the over-under? The Clippers taking over the Lakers. Stephen A. gonna tear y'all a new one, you know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. You guys think that Kawhi Leonard is actually a big bust? Or do you think it's just all unfortunate and everybody's just being nice to welcome him back for when he returns? You think he's gonna return? You think Paul George is doing what he's supposed to be doing? Like, let me know what y'all think about what's going on in LA with the Clippers in the comments. And until then, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and remember to stay king, stay clean, stay royal. I'm your boy King Hutch, and I'm out.
Thank you for your patronage.
Feeling like today is your birthday. Bring it on. Fresh cut, tape a new fade. Bring it on.